You know what, sister? I started picking that up because I used to listen to a lot of talk radio years ago, and I noticed that the whole issue is you got one person over here, the other person on the other side, and it's always a thing where, as you teach and you bring that up, you know, those wealth against the poor, black against the white, you know, it's always this divide, and the more they can get us divided. I remember I read one time where, and this was a speech about Dr. King, where right after the Civil War, the black and the white were beginning to come together against the aristocrats, and that's when they initiated Jim Crow to divide the people back up, so they could go right behind the back door and institute total control because the people were coming together. Have you ever heard that before, sister?
No, but I know that the people cannot be allowed to come together. They break us up every kind of which way but loose. In the hood, it's red versus blue. It's like, come on, man.
Right.
Brown versus black.
I hear it's real tough out there in Los Angeles.
Yeah, it was. It is.
805-850, you're on the air. You have a question?
Hey, good evening. Yes, good evening.
Thanks. Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
My question is concerning what is going on with the Hebrew Israelites in Israel, and that's been I guess you can say a splinter in my mind for some time now, because a part of my coming to consciousness was through this group. But as I've done my own studies, it gets a bit confusing because I'm looking at what's happening, what has happened, what has been set up by Zionists, and I heard the latter part of your lecture tonight talking about Adam Weishaupt and Rothschild and and so on and so on and so on. So I'm wondering, because we've had so many different leaders that have led the people to the slaughter. And I'm looking at what the state of Israel represents, and what you're talking about. It is, what's the deal? To not be long-winded. What's the deal with that? Hello.
And set up shop, and from what I understand, I know the time is
Hello,
up.
I can't. Hello?
You can't hear me? You can't hear me?
I can hear you now. I'm sorry. I can hear you now.
Okay. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. I only recently heard something about some problems that's happening with the Hebrew Israelite individuals that went over there. But I don't know a whole lot about it. I do know that whatever's going on over there is not what everybody thinks, and even the people that are there, it ain't what the Blazers they think. You know what I'm saying? It's really
right.
It's really it's the newest arm of the Inquisition. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna do what the Inquisition does. What the Inquisition does, it will torture and torment people into submission, into subjection, and they will lay the blame on whoever they got to lay the blame on. Right. And if people don't see it and whatever, then so be it. It may not work because too many people are stuck on their religious differences and their skin color differences and what they think is racial differences, and their sexual preference differences. If we can't get past it, then, the United States is going to get what it's got coming. And if they think that these people are not coming after the United States, they better think again. They're just using the United States right now, so they haven't come after them yet. But they're coming after them slowly, too. People need to do some research about how many times these people are seen running around here and pick y'all U-Haul trucks with explosives and stuff that, they think are on their side, that are trying to take them out. Because it's not what people think. Everybody's been tricked.
So you would say that running away to Israel would not be the answer?
First of all, if you're not what they consider Jewish, and I don't even know what that is, then you can't run there.
Right.
Any person that claims to be Jewish or says they have a Jewish mother or converts over there can run there. Obama can probably run over there because he does have what is supposed to be a Jewish mother. And I'm not sure what kind of Jewish person she is because there are several different factions. They're not all the same, like nobody's all the same. So the rest of the people, I don't know. I honestly, I don't know. I don't think Israel is what people think. It's a new arm of the church.
Okay. So basically, because I'm just really trying to get a handle on this. So if you're there and they're basically happy with you, I guess, as a group of people, then, I mean, my deductive reasoning leads me to believe that there's been some selling out, if you would, that has taken place in the higher ranks.
Well, yeah. You obviously haven't listened to the shows from the beginning.
I haven't. I caught the tail end. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, the very first show was done on January the 27th, so you need to type in, you go to blogtalkradio.com. In the upper right-hand corner, there's a search bar. You type in Yaffa Bay, Y-A-F-F-A, space B-E-Y, and then type in American Empire Restored, and it'll bring up every single one of these shows I've done. Tonight's show is the 7th show. There's 2 more shows in a row, and then I'm not going to do another one until the last Thursday of the month, every month after that. So I'm going to do 2 more in a row, but you can go back to January 27th. I think it was the 27th, March 3rd, March 10th, March 17th, March 24th, and not March, February, February, and whatever today is, March the 10th. March 3rd, and then March 10th is what we got going on. So you should hear them in an order, then you can catch up and keep up. But I don't have all the answers. Basically, I just find stuff looking up words. I'm hoping I can give people a clear enough picture so they can find their own answers and find their own way. Because I know how to get out of here. And I'm going to be telling people stuff that they're not going to be able to keep up with if they don't have a clue, but I got to get them past the dumb stuff first.
Well, I discovered you maybe last summer, and you've been a great blessing in my life. You taught me how to use a dictionary. And I've been looking up every word that I get my hands on now. So I appreciate everything that you do, all the energy that you put forth, and much peace and many blessings to you. Thank you very much.
Thanks. Same to you. And with that, it's really time to close because it's like 7 minutes after 11 now. We're 8 minutes over time, and the show was supposed to end 8 minutes ago. Absolve me for not taking any questions earlier, but will have a tendency to take me off tangent. Can you take us out? See you next Thursday.
Yeah.
Thank